start taking some action, start letting the people up in Congress know we're serious about what we're talking about.
The Troubled Asset Relief Program.
October 3rd, 2008. TARP 1 opens up Pandora's box with a glut of taxpayer money to stabilize the banking industry. May 2009. The effort fails. Government grows as many banks are taken over by force.
Failed spending.
February. President Obama signs one of the largest spending bills in world history. A stimulus committing generations yet unborn to a staggering debt obligation. By July, unemployment reaches new highs. Consumer confidence is low and a country's economy stands on a knife's edge.
Taxpayer-funded hostile takeovers.
June. Taxpayer money bails out automotive manufacturers like GM. The numbers are in. Bailed out manufacturers are still struggling to turn a profit.
An army of czars.
As of September 1st, more unconstitutional czars are appointed in the first 7 months of the new administration than in over 300 years of czarist Russia.
The sign says it all.
Cash for Clunkers.
August. The too good to be true used car deal goes into effect. Within 2 weeks, it stalls out on the backs of government bureaucracy.
They will get their money, but we've got to process it properly.
It costs taxpayers an additional $3 billion.
It has been successful beyond anybody's imagination.
The August recess.
We have got to go to every town hall meeting. We have got to go to every elected representative and remind them that there are our dollars.
Legislators come home to angry constituents ready to fire back. Town halls erupt with passionate disapproval of a health care bill gone too far.
You don't trust me?
They should be willing to be on the same plan they're asking us to be on.
It'll be a couple of years before he socializes my country.
1,300 insurance companies in the United States and 6 of them can only do 6 in California. Let the free market system work and everybody can have insurance.
The calculations are adding up. $60 trillion in unfunded liabilities. Soaring national debt.
Government health care.
Executive pay control stalling. Stimulus on Constitution under assault. Liberty. It knows no political party. It is the gift of divine providence to all mankind. On this day, September 12th, America gives her response as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. From sea to shining sea, millions are standing as one to say, we will not be bought, we will not be sold a bill of goods, and we will not disown this Declaration of Independence. 8 years to the day, America looked up from the rubble. She saw with clarity her destiny. A destiny to defend liberty, and today she stands again with a clear eye and a firm resolve. Welcome, patriots, to your story, our story, the story of we, the people. Welcome to the 9/12 March on Washington.
Give us more of the same. That didn't work, and we tried to tell them it wouldn't work. So in April, we said we got to get organized. Let's do some tea parties. We've had our tea parties all over the world, all over the nation. How many of you were at a tea party last April 15th? And what did they say about us? We weren't real. We didn't know what we were talking about. Don't listen to those folks. So we said, well, we have to keep going. We have to keep trying. We showed up in August at the town hall meetings. What did they say about it? They weren't real. They're AstroTurf. They don't know what they're talking about. They'll go away. Well, did you go away or are you back? You're back, Mr. and Mrs. America. And we're so proud, Susan and I are so proud to be here with you on behalf of our grandchildren. Now look, I want to just make one clear idea. Not too long ago, President Barack Obama stood right there on that stage And he said the one singular pledge of commitment that we ask of every elected official in America at every level. He pledged a commitment of fidelity to the United States Constitution.
He lied! Liar! He lied!
Winston Churchill said about the American Constitutional Convention that it was the greatest entrepreneurial act of courage for liberty in the history of the world, and it deserves to be respected.
That's right!
And these were learned people. There was no word, no phrase, no sentence that got into the Constitution by accident. They knew what the meaning of the word was, and they wrote exactly what they meant. And it doesn't take a great deal of genius to read it and understand it and know what it says. And if you can't do that, we'll buy you a dictionary. Now we're here today to fulfill a commitment.
I just decided, like, I think it's Wednesday this
When Benjamin Franklin walked out of that Constitutional Convention, he was asked by a lady on the street, she said, Dr. Franklin, what kind of government did you give us? And he said, I gave you a republic if you can hold it. And we're here today to hold it.
That's right!
I think if it's necessary, we'll come back next year at this time to hold it. And the one thing that they knew about all other things when they wrote that Constitution was that liberty was a gift given to mankind and mankind alone by the Lord God Almighty, and it's the duty of a government to protect it. We protect and cherish freedom because it is precious in its own right, but because it works. So let's give them a message. Freedom works. Freedom works.
Freedom works! Freedom works! Freedom works!